Hi there. So last time I tried to record, it didn't turn out. No matter. Let's see if it works this time. You can see a doona in the background and a pillow. That's because I've been sleeping on the sofa while I try to get everything organised. And I've barely started. I haven't even officially cooked in this house yet. I've been eating out since I'm quite close to King Street. But that will happen because I did my first small shop because I'm a bit short of cash. So I can make some dal and some palak tofu with rice tomorrow. And I bought some eggs and I bought some bananas, bought some more bread, bought some toilet paper, bought some onions. There's lots of basics that everyone needs. But slowly, and tomorrow's payday, and I've used most of my overdraft, so it's going to be $2,000 pulled out of that immediately, in which case I'm still going to have to be budgeting. I don't have to pay rent for this next period because of the termite situation and the treatment they laid down, so that buys me a bit of time. I still feel exhaustion from the whole move. I feel that I'm still trying to get mentally back on the horse with a lot of things. I got the internet connected today, that's a good start. I did 2 postgrad reviews, but I do have stuff to do, and lately my desire has just been to sleep, which is why you've got your doona and your pillow. Doona and pillow right here, actually 2 doonas because it's really cold in Sydney. And yeah, there's a lot of aftermath or residue psychologically. Some of that has to do with my significant other being away and expressing being depressed and not able to see for them and for us what's ahead. I had a little bit of a fractious conversation this morning. It's really hard sometimes speaking with him because I ask questions like, "Are you upset with me?" And then he says that's an accusation, and I don't really understand how that can read as an accusation when you're picking up a vibe that someone's maybe not satisfied with things. But anyway, I had to park it because it's just on top of everything that's happened recently. With his departure, he's been away for about 10 days. And also the move and the financial troubles. I can't take on much more mentally, but it does make me feel really exhausted. Supposedly by the end of this month I'm going to be going to South Pacific Private, and so tomorrow I have an intake interview, kind of follow up. I can't remember what time they're going to call, but hey, we're not doing classes anymore, and so I'm just working from home. It's been a long time that I've been able to sleep properly, and I think the degree of nervous energy and stress is really largely responsible for that. I just want things to kind of settle, be still. There is a Tibetan Buddhist meditation centre not far from here. I think independently of going to South Pacific Private, I should make use of that. Because very often you get to the point where your mind is just so crowded up. And actually that's what's happened to him as well. Not for the exact same reasons, but I get it. I don't want conflict in my life. I don't want to have emotions that I find really hard to reconcile. It's fine to feel emotions and to feel mixed up, but it's a challenge. I think living with different kinds of mental health conditions like CPTSD can make it really hard to regulate your emotions. You can get really swept up in them. And, also being on HRT has kind of made me more vulnerable or sensitive. And before I felt like I had a bit more of a shield, if that makes sense. Sorry, it's just got on the screensaver. This is a computer that a friend gave to me because the other one, the screen smashed, and I tried to get it replaced in Kolkata. The replacement went for 4 days before just spontaneously smashing again. So I kind of gave up on petitioning for another replacement because it's just putting money into a hole. And then the backup is this. Yeah. So that's how things are looking today, Tuesday. I handed the keys in today and the remote control to officially hand things over. They're going to do an inspection, determine how things look, how things sit. Possibly the money that's going to be taken out of my pay tomorrow because of the use of the overdraft. It won't put me in the position to pay rental arrears, which I also owe. In which case, I might just say to them, look, if there's no problem with it, just take the money out of the bond. Don't give me back the whole bond, because I can't see any other way forward. You know, when you're in debt like this after a move, there's got to be a solution for everything. Of course, it's I can hardly go out there and sell my body. Gone are those days. So I just want to get back on the horse, so to speak. I don't want to keep feeling exhausted, have problems with sleep, have problems with emotional regulation. I know emotions tell you things about a certain level of injustice perpetrated. But it's a lot to just, first of all, experience that, and then, like shifting conditions of structural disadvantage, including access to housing and the ability to pay for housing, and then all the emotional load that comes with it. When I was younger, I went through so many situations that were like this, but worse. Much worse, actually. And yet, for some reason, I just felt like I was unkillable. Of course, that itself was a bit of a smokescreen. No one's unkillable. But things exhaust me more these days. Back then, I probably would have just taken drugs. Gotten out of it for a while. Taken risks. But now, as a responsible adult, I just have to deal with it. If you know what I mean? So, it's really the story of a life and trying to evolve through situations. I put on a stoic front a lot of the time, but I don't always talk about the things that really pain me, that beleaguer me, if that's the word, and that are just, even with someone with some degrees of psychological insight, like I do have, and many of you probably listening or watching also are capable of, it's really hard to take that next step. And the whole experience of the eviction and moving, it felt like I was plummeting. I just got to get my groove back, as they say.